Hey everybody, welcome to IPT 371. I am Kayla Hunter and I'm going to be your guys' teacher this semester. So I thought I'd just send you a quick video. We don't have a meeting in class today, so I thought it'd be easier to just get your instructions this way. So we'll go ahead and jump into our presentation. So here we are, IPT 371 007. So it's important to remember our section numbers. I'm super stoked that we are 007. That's going to be really fun. A lot of the quizzes that you guys are going to take is going to ask you what section you are, so just make sure that you remember that. We are James Bond. I'll go ahead and introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Kayla Hunter. I am a instructional psychology and technology graduate student. It's my last semester, so I'm just wrapping up my thesis and taking a few of my last classes. And I love being outside, so these were the most recent adventures I had on my camera roll, so I thought I'd pull them out. My family likes to go out and travel, so we've done kind of a lot of fun things lately. We hit Moab on mountain bikes. I was at the Oregon coast over Christmas break. I love Provo. I'm from Provo, so this is me just rappelling over in Orem, one of my favorite little spots. And then I tried hang gliding this summer, which was really fun. So I love being outside. I love skiing, so this season is my season to play, as I've told you guys already. Alright, yeah, it talks about that in my introduction. I like the online format because it gives me the flexibility to go out and get the good snow on the good days. So, we'll go ahead and just talk about the class structure a little bit. It is an online class, so this is kind of different, and we're not super synchronous, so we're not going to meet together as a whole class. We've tried that before in the past, and lecturing to you guys about the stuff just really isn't that effective, and so we're going to give you that time back to just work on your projects. So you guys will be meeting together once a week. We're going to group you into groups of 3 depending on how your schedules line up. So in our first week, there's a couple of quizzes and things you guys are going to need to fill out so that we can make those groups, but those are kind of accountability groups. They're support groups. You'll meet together once a week, and just if you have questions or need assistance or need ideas or confused, those are going to be your people to support. So hopefully you guys will get to know them really well. I'll try and pop in on your group sometimes just to make sure you guys are getting the help and the support that you need. But that's kind of how our layout's going to go. So you won't meet at this time unless that's most convenient for you at the 3 o'clock time, but you can if you want. So that's a little bit about how the class is going to be structured. I'm going to pop over here and just show you guys this is what the class looks like if you guys haven't got into it. It's on Canvas, so you're not going to get to it through Learning Suite. You're going to jump in through Canvas. And we broke everything into units, and each unit has about 1 to 3 weeks in it. So Unit 1, like as you can see, is super short. It ends on the 11th. So you'll have all the readings that you're required to do will be in this tab here. The assignments that need to be done will be in this tab here. You can also see them here. And then the badges that you need to earn are there. So if you're not familiar with badges, they are an online way to keep track of the skills that you have. And so each time we learn about something new, you guys will earn a badge by the end of the unit to show that you can do that. And some have more badges than others. Our instructional video has 1 badge here that you'll make, but it has a bunch of different parts, so you'll be able to do that. So at the end of each unit, you'll go ahead and just submit the badge. In order to get those badges, you are going to need to make an account on Badger, but if you go through the assignments for Unit 1, it's going to walk you through all those things, how to set that all up. So just for this week, we've got a getting to know you quiz. These are really important for me. I'm going to watch all of them. I'll try and respond to all of them. But this is how I initially make a connection with you guys. It's also how you'll get to know your group. So they're just quick intro videos, just like this. And then this is how we'll get your schedule set up. This is how you'll get everything set up to work, and a couple of other readings. So you'll just go ahead and get those done. And we have all the due dates set to Saturday night. That made the most sense to me, just because with the way things work out, you do have to interact with each other every now and again, and it's easier to have this all due for the most part on Sunday night or on Saturday nights. If you guys have a problem with that or think a different day would be more convenient, talk to me about it and we'll see. But as a class, that's just what I've seen work the best, so I think we're going to stick with that. What else do you guys need to know about this page? Yeah, everything is linked. If you find a link that's broken, just let me know and we'll get in and try and get it fixed. In order to get a badge, I'll just click in here. It's kind of a little confusing, but we've really tried to make it a little easier. Here's a guide for your badge, and then here is how you, the actual things that you need to do to get that badge. So here it will give you all the tips and tricks that you need to know, and then here's the actual thing. So I'll just show you what it looks like. So go into the submission instructions here, and these are all the different sections that you need to complete. So they're kind of like steps and guides. So like the first one here has, there's tasks and instructions and kind of an explanation of how to do it. But most importantly, you'll land here and it will give you the submission form. So you'll click on that, make a copy of it, and then it's going to pop you into here. So a lot of the same information is on this sheet, but like your first step from Badger was to make a screen or take a online thing. So in order to do that, you'll take the online quiz and then do the screenshot and just put it here. So each step is written out for you, so you'll just go ahead and fill these in, or whatever portion it asks you to do. All of the points have kind of a different thing that you need to fill out. So you put that all in there, and then once you are done with that, right here, this is really important. It says after submitting your evidence, go to the next page. So once you've finished all of this, you're going to go to this next page. Oh, it's not quite ready for that yet because it's not up, but you'll just go to the next page and submit your link. So not too hard, but just not as intuitive as I would like it to be. So just remember that as you are going in, that you fill out your whole badge page and then you submit that link at the end. Yeah, so these are the things that we're going to go over this week or this semester. We'll do a little computational thinking, a little bit about how to communicate and connect using technology. We'll make an instructional video. We'll talk about collaborative tools like Zoom and things like that. And then we have a Steam and Makerspace we'll have set up for these 2 weeks here, and you'll go in and you'll create something. We have sewing machines and 3D printers, so you'll go in and check out some robots that you can play with. And then this last one is kind of up to you, whatever you think is important. There's like 30 different options of little projects you can do, and so you'll just kind of make that up as you go. So that is kind of the layout of the class. What's next? So we talked about Badger. So in order to use Badger, you do have to go make an account, so you can go ahead and do that. But that is on your setup quiz, so the class should walk you through how to do that. Contact. Someone emailed me this morning, and I'm super glad she contacted me and said Professor Hunter. That is not, I don't know, I don't feel like a professor yet. I'm just a master's student. I'm almost the exact same age as most of you guys. So you can just email me. You can call me Kayla. That's great. And email is the best way to contact me, and I'll try and be as responsive as I can. Sometimes I do get a little bit busy though, so if I'm not responding as fast as enough as you'd like, please just call me or send me a text. I'm super glad to text you. That is for sure going to get to me ASAP, and I'll know it's important. So if you have anything important, just text me, especially at the end of the semester when we're trying to get things evened out. And I'm usually pretty busy that time. So please, my contact is on the syllabus and in the intro page, so you can go ahead and find that information there. Boop. And then lastly, with this class, because the way it's set up, it's kind of different. You just have all these modules. Each module has a project. And so we're kind of trying to help you and support you in gaining new talents. And so I'm not I'm not that harsh of a grader. I want you to have the experience. I don't want it to be perfect. Each rubric has exactly what we expect out of you, and if you can just meet that, each point is really easy. You just read it, and if you're making a video, it says you need to have music in the background and an image in it, and if you just meet those criteria, I am glad to give you full points. So just go ahead and follow those rubrics, and don't stress too much about your grade. Explore these things and just kind of have fun. Each of these different projects is actually really, really kind of fun, and you can make it whatever you'd like. We have tons of flexibility. We have a few projects coming up we'll talk about a little bit later, where if you feel like it's not really pertinent to you and the subject that you're teaching, I'm super glad to discuss alternatives with you, and especially when we go through the makerspace, if you don't feel like sewing or 3D printer is helpful, but you have another technology you'd like to learn, I'm super open to helping you work with that. So I hope that we can all focus on developing your talents together. And so with late work, if you talk to me about it beforehand, I'm glad to give you full points if you have to turn something in late. If you don't talk to me beforehand, it is 10% off. And if you get less than a 70%, you're welcome to resubmit that again for full points. If you miss some things on the rubric that I caught and you just want to add those in, I am glad to let you do that. So that's just a little bit about our class, not too much. So go ahead and explore the page, do Unit 1, work through it this week, and if you have any questions, let me know. Oh, one other thing is when we are doing these things, let's see, where's the website? I think that's here in communication. Yeah. We found that discussion boards are really not that helpful. So for extra credit, if you want, there's these collaboration boards. So if you post on there asking a question, we'll get extra credit. And if you answer someone's question, so if you're struggling with something, can't figure out how to do something on Wix, and you post on there, we'll give you extra credit. Also, if you find a really good resource that other people can use and you post it on the extra credit board, we'll give you extra points there. So that's another thing you can look into. But I think that is just about all I have for you guys. So if you have any questions, please email me. We will be getting your groups out to you by after the due date, right after the due date of that scheduled quiz. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. We may not be able to get it perfect, so it may take a little adjustment around to get that set up. But if you need anything else, just please contact me. I'm super open and super available. I know it's hard to feel comfortable contacting someone when we have never actually met in person. That's why I sent you this video, is I just hope that you will feel connected and that you can contact me if you need anything. So feel free to call me, or text me, or email me with your questions.